Dolkun Isa doesn't have the things that most people who successfully lobby Congress have. He doesn't have a lot of money behind him, or a powerful group. Instead, he's the head of the World Uyghur Congress, a group that advocates for China's Muslim minority. His main asset is his own story.
I was a students leader in Uzbekistan, 1980s. I was house arrested 4 months, and I was kicked also from the university. When I came to the exile, I'm continue working on the right of the Uyghur people.
So you do a lot of these kind of meetings all around the world. What's different about doing it in DC versus somewhere else?
Well, as you know, the situation is really terrible now for the Uyghurs. And if the US really concerned and really speak up current situation, it will be more useful.
Isa is from the Xinjiang province of northwest China. The 10 million Uyghurs he represents want independence and freedom from an unrelenting effort by China to suppress their religion and dilute their culture. Some Uyghurs have resorted to violence, and China has used that as a justification for a major crackdown. In August, the UN accused Beijing of holding about 1 million Uyghurs in huge internment camps. China calls them re-education centers. These alleged human rights violations are starting to get noticed in Washington. So Isa is getting meetings with powerful people, like staffers for Senator Bob Menendez, who along with Marco Rubio introduced a bill to try and protect the Uyghurs a couple weeks ago.
My mother passed away 17th of May this year in the camps. She was 78 years old ladies. Even Chinese government took her 1 year ago. I didn't know that, and she passed away in the camp.
Thank you very much, again, for taking the time to come up here and to meet and help educate us. What can we do that can actually be effective to get Beijing to change its thinking, change its approach, change its policy? Maybe in the G20 meeting, President Trump, personally, if he could raise this case to the Xi Jinping, and it will be more influential also. You have our support, so now we need to make sure that you have the support of the rest of the Senate. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Trump could bring it up with Xi this weekend and use the issue as a leverage in trade negotiations. But the president has made it clear that human rights concerns are a distant second to economic ones.
The human rights communities were not aware of it.
That's a major concern for Nuri Turkel, a Uyghur American lawyer and advocate. You're worried that maybe Trump might use the Uyghurs as a bargaining chip. Like, we'll stop talking about this if you give us 5% more of a tariff on cars or something.
To the point, yes. The government businesses engage mostly based on the interest. So sometimes moral issues can take the back seat.
What about this bill that's in the Senate, this Menendez-Rubio bill? We know the senators who are for it. Who do you see as the senators who might be against it?
I worry about the senators or members of Congress that have a large business interest with China, or a company that have a business interest in China.
Today, though, the Uyghur community got to air its concerns to a sympathetic audience, the Congressional Executive Committee on China.
China's suppression of religious faith and religious communities is real. It is evil. It is too horrendous to ignore.
They beat me so hard, and then I tell him, please kill me, and then God will help you. Please kill me.
We cannot allow ourselves to, or have our foreign policy or our commitment to human rights to be decided by whether or not there's going to be retaliation. What I fear is it's not a high enough priority with so many things going on in the world. And that's why more testimony like the one today is chilling. This is something from a horror movie, and not something that you imagine is happening in the 21st century in the world's second largest economy, soon to be world's largest economy, and one of the most powerful countries in the world, in China. But it is.
But even powerful legislators might not be able to push this president. He didn't take action against Saudi Arabia after journalist Jamal Khashoggi was murdered. You're trying to make a country that is so focused on its economy care about the way a trading partner treats a group of people in the country. I mean, that seems like a tough sell.
Yeah, you are right. It is difficult, and because most of some country just has a trade partner with China, and the most of country is just thinking about the economic. It is not easy, of course. So we have to keep going. We have to hard working. We don't have another choice.